Hey guys, Jordan here from Ferret Art Studios. I'm really sorry that the videos have been pretty inconsistent recently. I've uh, I've just been dealing with some personal issues that have been taking up a little bit more of my time than what I've been able to do with my art stuff. So yeah, I'm really sorry that it's been quite on a rough schedule recently. Anyways, on to this drawing. It's a quite short video this week. Um, I am using Stonehenge for my paper, and then I am just using my graphite pencils and charcoal and conte. So I've actually never have drawn a drawn a cat before. I have done um, two paintings of panthers once before, but I have never actually done a cat drawing. This is actually one of my friend's cats. His name is Lucifer. Um, he is a very, very lovely cat. I actually really like him. So I asked if I can take a few pictures off of her Facebook, and she kindly said that I could, so I used him as my subject. Um, this isn't a commission piece, this was just done to be put in my portfolio. I'm trying to get some drawings of people's pets done so I can try and make a booklet and see if I can distribute them around in some pet shops maybe, or maybe even at some vet clinics. I think that might be a really good idea. So I found with drawing cats, or at least drawing this one, I found that uh, the texture was a lot different from doing dogs. Uh, just because their fur is a lot more soft, so it was a lot more subtle getting those layers in. Um, I was. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Um, yeah, I just had to be a lot more softer on how I blended the different hairs in different positions and layering and all that kind of stuff. I still was able to kind of do it the exact same way that I draw my dogs and horses and everything else. I went from my lighter tones and slowly got darker, and once I was done with getting all of my light to dark values in, I was able to take my charcoal and was able to even get my darks even darker with my charcoal. Um, Once it came to doing the whiskers and all of that kind of stuff, I basically erased the areas first, and then just to kind of get it a little bit more white, I was able to use conte and get it very, very white. But that kind of is shown a little bit later on in the video. Right now, I am just kind of getting in my first couple dark tones and uh, light tones. My pencil lines are going in the same direction as I am seeing in my reference photo. You don't want to just put random lines in random areas, because the fur is not going to look realistic if it's going off in a completely different direction than what your reference photo is showing. Um, to me, that is one of the biggest um, defining details in the drawing. Is not getting every single piece of hair in the drawing, it's just making sure that you're going in the same direction as your reference photo. Um, and you also want to pay attention to the length of your pencil strokes. For longer hair, you're going to have a little bit of a longer pencil stroke. With shorter hair, you're obviously going to have shorter pencil strokes. And you'll probably notice that my hand, when I'm shading in those hairs, they don't necessarily come the off of the paper much. So I'm not going in and putting in every single hair. I'm actually doing a lot more shading and then just finding shapes that I can basically be able to put the hair into clumps. I don't really know if that really makes too much sense, but if you take a look at some hair in a reference photo, you'll notice that there is shapes within the hair. It's not just lines going in the same direction. It's going to be like a chunk of hair going in one direction, and then the next layer of hair there's going to be a chunk going off in a different direction. So you have to pay attention to that kind of stuff when you're doing drawing, because if you just do all these lines going in one direction, it's going to look very it's just not going to look realistic at all. I also don't really know if you guys can see from the video, but I don't leave any parts of my paper just straight up white. Even the parts of the cat that are supposed to be white, I do not portray it in my drawing as just straight up white, because it's going to look extremely flat if it's just the white of the paper. So what I like to do is I like to take the Kleenex that I'm using for my blending, and I like to just rub it on that part of the paper where it's supposed to be extremely white, because I can then take my eraser and make some texture out of that. But yeah, I never use just the white of the paper. I'll use conte to be able to get the paper a little bit whiter, but I will not use just the straight up white of the paper. So yeah, that's kind of it for this video today. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I know that I said it was going to be a fairly short video this week, and I'm really sorry. I wanted it to be longer, but I just kind of got distracted in some of the things that I had going on. I really hope you guys have a wonderful week. If you want to be notified for when the next video goes up, you can hit that subscribe button. If you want to suggest anything, just comment in the comment section down below. And yeah, like, comment. I really hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.